Alrighty.
S&P 500 futures moving a little bit higher here on volume in the last few minutes. Moving above the 46.10 level, still down around 1/3%. Seeing a headline that a Ukrainian negotiator is optimistic after Istanbul talks with Russia.
All right. All right. Good morning, everybody. Just tweeting this out really quick. Ukrainian negotiator says he's optimistic after Istanbul talks with Russia. All righty. I'm going to just post this in the Discord and we'll get started.
Ukrainian negotiator says peace deal with Russia will be put to a national referendum after Russia withdraws troops to February 23rd positions.
All right. Well, good morning, everybody. A little bit of a late start here. We'll go ahead and go over the news. I'll give everybody 2 or 3 minutes here to log on, and we'll go ahead and get going. Morning. What's up, everybody? I have it. Yeah, I'm about to share the screen right now. MU. Yeah, I see it. Good morning, good morning. All right, y'all. We have a good amount to talk about. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Thank you guys on TikTok for leaving a like, resharing the video. I do appreciate that. All right. So, first things first, the pullback prediction. Nailed it. Facebook in particular, which we swung puts on, money. Pretty fucking cool. I love seeing that. As far as headlines going into today, Wall Street futures fell, mirroring European shares and bond markets, suggesting pain ahead for the U.S. economy, tempering hopes of a negotiated end for the Ukrainian conflict that has earlier supported equities. Investors have also focused on the fourth quarter GDP data and ADP national employment report scheduled and has actually already come out just a few minutes ago. So Asian equities ended mostly in the positive territory, and the dollar index fell while the euro gained. Oil prices clawed back heavy losses on supply tightness. Gold prices were pretty much little unchanged. So if you're chasing AMC and GameStop today, you're too late. You're doing things before they happen or after they happen. Couple of headlines. Zelensky says we are not naive as Russians pull back across Kyiv after losses. Ukraine's Western allies dismissed a Russian military pullback from Kyiv as a ploy to refit troops after heavy losses, even as invading forces bombard cities elsewhere and press on with the obliteration of a besieged Mariupol. Citi has to sell Indian consumer business to Axis Bank for $1.6 billion. The USC SEC is set to unveil a tighter rules on blank check companies. BioNTech to expand a trial program for more Omicron vaccine options. Kind of just hurrying up here. MU, the chipmaker, said it has expects no impact on the near-term production from compound shortages driven by the Ukraine crisis, but the costs are expected to rise. Micron forecasts current quarter revenue of $8.7 billion plus or minus $200 million, compared to the analyst average estimate of $8.06 billion. Revenue rose 24.8% to $7.79 billion, beating the estimate for $7.52 billion. Global chip output was already under pressure after the pandemic drove up demand for cell phones, laptops, and later cars, forcing some firms to scale back production. Lulu had earnings. The company on Tuesday forecasted a full-year profit and revenue above estimates as the demand for athletic wear remains consistent even as people return to the offices, and said that its selective prices increase on some products. Lululemon, I don't know, whatever you want. Lululemon forecast full year 2022 revenue between $7.49 billion and $7.69 billion, while analysts were expecting $7.3 billion. So, beat for Lulu. Facebook, a U.S. judge on Tuesday said that its lawsuit accusing Meta's Facebook for deceiving advertisers about its potential reach tool can proceed as a class action. The decision by a U.S. District Judge James Donato in San Francisco potentially allows millions of individuals and businesses that paid for ads on Facebook and its photo sharing app Instagram since August of 2015. I had a dream that Facebook was at $80. Who knows? I'm losing. My voice isn't getting any better. I don't know if I have. What is that thing that people get? I don't know, but my vocal cords quit. Somebody shorted my vocal cords. All right. So anyway, mystifying was the word to describe the rally. As U.S. stocks rally defies economic unease as a stunning rebound in U.S. stocks changes on, investors are questioning how long the surge can continue in the face of the hawkish Federal Reserve. Is that not what we talked about yesterday? Everybody's ready to sell. Warnings of a recession from the bond market and geopolitical uncertainty. So there's a lot going on. Right now, there's a tree that God, the universe, created specifically in tandem with me as a direct assault on my entire existence. Um, the dogwood. So I'm getting wooded by this dogwood tree. I'm a vocal coach. Order a gargle called alcohol and gargle it gently a few times a day. I will do that because this shit sucks. I mean, if I sounded like this all the time, I'd sound, maybe a little bit cooler, but still tired. Drinking pipe by that dog. That's right. Um, hey, what's up? Good morning, guys. I have tea. I don't know why I'm not drinking it. Good morning. Yeah, I will check. I will check it. I'll check us Apple and stuff like that, and then we'll look at that IB earnings that you guys were talking about. Um, how you playing AMC and what do you think of the halt yesterday? I'm not playing AMC. Hold on one second. Sorry, thought I was gonna have to go and pair it real quick. So anyway, we got some economic events for today. We already had the most of the economic data, NBA mortgage application, ADP, and our employment change, GDP third estimate, and GDP deflator. We've got crude oil inventories happening here later on. So gargle salt with warm water helps a lot. Can I ban people who talk about AMC and game? I can't do that, man. They're on they're on their journey too. You will bull a bear or no bias. I am reading and reacting today, strictly. Dude, I like scratched myself in my sleep. Ouch. Alrighty, so other than that, earnings calendar, it's gonna start getting hotter here um as we get into earnings season. Um, we had MU. We did take a play on MU. We're gonna talk about that here in just a second. This one's looking to open up around 80. Um, but come on. Um, for earnings today, guys, there's really no company except for BioNTech that I see as a potential play. If you know of any companies here that may see decent movement, feel free to let me know. But I will not be participating in any earnings for today. Now, going into tomorrow, you got BlackBerry, Nano Dimensions, um, as a few that could be pretty interesting plays. So nothing happening on Friday, but then a kickoff. Oh, excuse me, yeah, okay, cool. And then we start to kick off the second week of um April for what is going to likely be our legitimate earnings season. So I teach options. Yeah, it's Betty White. Our group has future traders, crypto traders, commodity traders, swing traders, big cap, large caps. Yeah, we kind of Do it all. All right. Dave and Buster's got a price target raised to 45 from $40 on a stronger sales trend. And that's about it. All right. All right. So let's talk about MU because we took earnings on it. And of course you guys are probably the target, first of all. We're probably not going to get out of this alive. So just to give you a fair warning right now, this is exactly what I talked about yesterday. I see a push to 84, which was already hit last night. Um, I personally think that it could pull back and fill its gap, which would totally deplete your gains. So it's best to just get out of it. When you're in these situations, you try and hold on to them. You can sometimes hold on to them. If you're in weeklies, you cannot. You could potentially wait for them to pick a direction and hold and cut. But unfortunately, this is not the move that you want from earnings. And that is why I use minimal risk. So that way, if we do win, we win big. And if we don't win, we lose small. And that's the general idea behind my thought process behind any earnings play that I take, is always to reduce my risk as much as possible. So anyway, this is up against resistance. MU, not so hot. Facebook. So I signaled a put yesterday for Facebook. Pretty proud of that, even though it's just a small pullback. That's a day trade move right there. Thinking that we could see Facebook to 227. There's a gap, and very seldomly do we leave gaps unfilled. So this is where you got to make a decision on what it is that you want to do in this situation. So either A, you hold through your gap fill, which is inevitable, and you set a stop loss at what your entry was yesterday, or maybe 230, right? Um, Otherwise, you could take profit at the bell for a nice little tiny gap down. Or again, if you open up, you have where you're going to cut and where you're going to hold. Below 226.85, I think that we would likely go to the 225 and maybe fill this gap. As far as what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to hold. So it is entirely up to you. And I'm not telling you that that's the best decision. I'm just telling you what I'm going to be doing. If your account is happy with the profits, take them, because guess what? You can enter when I hold, or you can cut or take it to the upside when I cut. So um, that's what I'm doing here on Facebook today. So Hood, obviously a play from yesterday. This one, I figured it was going to pull back. It needed to pull back. It sets it up well for a potential gap fill to the upside. We want to see that 9-day moving average is at 1530. If we see meme stocks run today, then I would venture to guess that Hood would follow as well. But if we're looking at just simple, right, because we're keeping it simple, supply, demand. Robinhood could sit in this area for another 2 days or until next week before it finally decides to move. The level above us is 1689, and above that we've got 17 I think I said $18 even, actually. So you got 18 even, and then you have 19. So that's just simple supply and demand, key levels, and that's what you're going to be watching to the upside. So you want to hold that 1515 level, bounce off of it, right? Because that's the previous level that you broke. So watch 1520 to 1515 for potential bounce on Hood. I'm kind of new at the game. When you say take profits, does that mean the profit or everything? So are you live anywhere else? I am live on YouTube. Yes, the link is in my bio. No, that's a good question. So when I say take profits, obviously if I'm referring to a specific stock, I'm talking about the positions that we took most recently. I'm not necessarily or old, actually never really telling people who are long-term holders to cut or sell. These is just simply for day trading. But taking profit is taking, even if it's not a lot, it's whatever the contract value has gained. So, do you like divergence plays? Yes, of course. Yeah, for divergence are great. MACD and RSI divergences are really good, Mr. John. I will look in the video. I will look at squares. Give me 1 second, guys. I just want to cover these. So due to the good start to the week that we've had, and for me, I'm gonna keep today short, um, and look to trade all day tomorrow. Um, Vice versa, if we have good price action today. If we have good price action today, I will trade all day tomorrow or all day today, and I will not trade tomorrow, or I will not trade a lot tomorrow. So, um, ooh, Kroger, DWAC, BlackBerry, COMS, and BREZ. That's interesting. Anyway, all right. So, uh, uh, this may sound crazy, but anytime I had a sore throat or a voice scratching, my mother from Italy would make me gargle peroxide, salt, warm water as hot as I could take it. Okay. I was gonna eat some stem cells or something. I don't know. I was looking up stuff. There was an article about stem cells. I was like, yeah, okay. What put do I have on Facebook? So I signaled in my chat. Sorry. Uh, we signaled to take a 222.50 put for April 8th at 2:36 on Facebook at the end of the day.
BOS reporting Q4 results. Operating expenses decreasing to 6.1
Versus
versus 6.8 million
what do you say, boy?
year 2020. Bravo, Oscar, Sandy, Charlie, BOSC.
Go long 15, 15, 15, 20 for hood. Yeah. That's why I would like to see a bounce on hood. Everything looks to pull back.
That's his primary endpoint analysis.
All right. My watch list is Facebook. My watch list is hood. Hood bounce. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If you're in this week's contracts, get the hell out of those things. If you're in this week's anything and you're holding today, today is your last chance to stop that. Stop it. Don't do that no more. Stop it. Stop holding weeklies because you could just be safer and use next week's contracts.
Again, that should not meet it.
All right. You got to stop, my guy. All right. Anyway, I'll look at it. Watch this is short. Good. I haven't gotten any news to change my mind on anything else or bring my attention to anything in particular. There was some cannabis earnings. But yeah, there's really nothing here that I'm specifically looking at outside of the watch list that I already have. The upside levels for hood are going to be the previous level that we built, right? So right there, that's 1589, 1590, and then above that is 1631. Anywhere around there, I would have ventured to guess that we're probably going to move to the upside. So yeah, decriminalization of cannabis. Listen, that when you set up a multi-billion-dollar business on people losing or going to prison for cannabis, you got a lot of people to talk to before you change laws. And I truly believe that has a lot to do with what why this is taking so long. Is because a lot of the extremely rich people who we know are invested in private prisons. So, and that's one opinion I won't keep to myself. I spent a year in jail. I feel like I earned a voice. So, yeah, I think we will. I think there is gap fill potential here today. Um, always, if Facebook, the closer that it gets to his gap, the better. Because I'd rather I could like 10, 20 lot, a quick pop to the upside right at the bell, but I'm just gonna wait and hold my puts. Can we throw the investors of prize prisons in those prisons? I truly believe that most, if not every single politician, lawmaker, lobbyer should be, to the greatest extent of the law, investigated for every purchase of everything they've ever done, as far as investments are concerned. I truly believe all of them, every single one of them, all of them. I would literally hold them all in the same jail. This now I sound like a dictator, but I would literally now I'm the bad guy. You're the hero for so long until you become the villain yourself.
Straight to jail.
Straight to jail. But no, I just really don't believe that these people have a good fuzzy feeling when they think about decriminalizing cannabis. So, waiting for those long federal sentences to expire from the statute of limitations from being sued. You talking about me? I'm one of them. I mean, a joint a year. I lost my teeth, in the back of my mouth from it. So I felt like they could send me a small check, maybe. So anyway, Hood, Facebook, going to be on the watch list, of course. I don't want to talk about it, but Baba is on the watch list as well. As per usual, this one has a gap here. I want to see Baba die and lose 112. Otherwise, to the upside, above 120, look for a push into this 125. So, anyway, that is about it for me, guys. Manny, if you want to go over it, I'm gonna step off for a second. Just do the gamma thing that you do.
The gamma thing. We'll do the
Gamma monkey
thing.
gamma.
Gamma.
Real quick. ServiceNow reports secured U.S. Department of Defense Impact Level 5 provisional authorization. I have no idea what any of that means. What does that mean? Or HIMS, HIMS, getting news really quickly, reports partnership with Carbon Health to expand care options for customers in California. All right, I'll be back.
All right, good morning, everybody. If you guys saw my analysis post on my channel, I posted out the gamma levels for today already. So we are in about a $20.9 billion positive gamma environment. I will update this most likely at 10 a.m. To see how the market opened and whatnot. 460 continues to be that overbought zone, right? I really don't believe that the market's going to go higher till we move our call wall. As we've been moving our call wall from 450 to 455, we need to move that one from 460 to 465. If this does not happen, then the market will most likely get pinned. The reason why the market getting pinned, before I keep reading, it's what we talked about already once. You have that JP Morgan put hedge expiring and all of that. So remember, if any of those puts expire at the money, the issue is not the put expiring, more like the after effects of the put expiring. So if that were to expire, I mean, think about it: 45,000 contracts, right? Times 100. The math: how many SPX shares will be sold into the open market? And this would literally cause a giant pullback. So with that being said, volatility is expected to be muted still, especially once we keep holding these levels. 45.75 and 45.50 for SPX continue to be support zones. There's back-to-back expiration on SPX on Thursday and Friday. That's not much of an event, but more or less 50% of the positive gamma should be shed off. And hopefully this reduces the volatility suppression that we have been seeing thanks to positive gamma. Any dips can bring in consolidation or chop. Don't mistake them for potential sell-offs. I don't think we will see floodgates till we lose 450. That's going to be basically our 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 main support there. That 450 level. So the more that we see the market just stay in this range, I mean, the less of a, what do you call it, of a potential explosive move we can see. And the reason why is simple. The more, so when we're in a negative gamma environment, we're in a volatility present environment, right? The moves are aggressive. There's whipsaw. There's very like, the candles are not, let's say, the Dow normally takes, 50, 75 points per candle. While when the Dow is in a really, volatile environment, the Dow gives 150-point candles, which is fucking insane considering how much money can be made on that candle. So the more positive we go, the less of a range we have, and the more of a tight little room that we basically get to trade in, right? And if you guys, we went from a very volatile market into a market that the VIX basically hit 1880 yesterday, when I think the highest it went during the whole war thing was about 37 or something like that. So the fact that we are now in this positive environment, I'm pretty sure everybody has noticed that things are not moving as fast as they used to be. Things are now moving slower, more delicate if you want to call them. So that's what positive gamma does, right? Positive gamma also brings in the fact that the dealers can release those hedges that they had while those puts were open, right? So how do the dealers know when to hedge? It all comes down to charm and the charm models, right? So the fact that we have multiple expirations starting, tomorrow and Friday, we can assume, right, that while those puts are very, out the money at this point, we can see them start to release those hedges right back into the open market, but those puts will not go at the money. The whole point is that they can't let those puts go at the money. And for those of you that are still confused, look at what happened on, after the Fed announcement, right? After the Fed announcement, the market completely took off all the way into quad witching. But why into quad witching? Because it was about $3.5 trillion of expiration happening, and a good portion of that money was in, puts. So the market makers, deal there is either I let the markets crash, right, which they didn't want that to happen, or we basically just pin it all up, let the puts expire, and regardless, these puts, don't think that their clients' portfolios are filled with puts. The puts are there to hedge, right? So going back to it, remember what money managers' job is. They're there to protect their client's portfolio, right? They pitch them investments so they can make money, they make their commission. But when we are in a volatile environment, right? Their job is not to make them money. Their job is to protect their money, right? So that's why we saw, what we saw. That's why we saw so many money managers flooding into puts, and that is why above 450, all those puts that was used to hedge, whatever you want to hedge, they start becoming worthless, right? Because that's was sort of the level where everybody was already in puts. Okay, so that's really where we're at. Till we lose 450 on SPY, I think we're just gonna stay in the shitty range. Once we lose 450, I think the move to 440 is gonna be quicker than we possibly could imagine. And then we're just gonna continue building down in blocks, right? But the move is not gonna happen from 460. We're not gonna go to 450 in one day, especially in this low volatility environment, all right? Unless we have some crazy, news that's gonna just send the market. That's where we're at this point. So take your trades as you see them. Trade the upside as you see fit, but don't get too comfortable, right? Remember, the market's getting into an overbought zone. So any trades you take, mentally trail them. And another thing, especially what I was getting asked this morning, guys, don't let your positions go from green to red, right? That's not a healthy feeling for your mental. And I mean this with every little ounce of whatever you want to truth if you want to say it. It is not healthy because when you get used to seeing that, right, you start tying that to your progress. Damn, I'm not making progress, and then you start getting bummed out about yourself, and then it's a whole giant mess. One of the main priorities with trading is mental health. If you don't have your mental health in tip top shape, you make stupid ass mistakes. And I mean this, and I mean this with again, every ounce of honesty that I can possibly say. It happened to me recently when I went from a $20,000 forex account into a $500 account, so I can try to do a challenge. I went from 50 lots, right, $50 per point move to 5 to 1. The difference in gains was destroying me mentally. Although I was literally securing the same exact moves that I was getting with the bigger account, but now it wasn't $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Now it was $40, $50, $60. And that shit was destroying me mentally. I had to step back. And that's why I did that $250 account after FOMC. Because I really needed to prove to myself that I could do it. But at the same time, I needed a mental reset so I can get back into, that environment. Because one thing that I've always said, and Gary is another one that he's said this a bunch of times, that's fine. Anybody can trade with bigger capital, right? Anybody can put a $10,000 trade on Tesla and make $1,000. Anybody can put in a $50 trade on the Dow and make $1,000. Anybody can do that. It's just a small little, couple ticks and you're out of it. But not everybody can flip a small account. Not everybody can go through that basically point where you have to be changing your risk management every day because your account is growing, right? So when you go from 250, right, to sorry, I just got a price for some AC units, and I'm gonna call this guy back in time to go himself. But going back to it, it's not easy, right? Being able to just go from 250, now you have $1,000 account, right? So now your risk is not one lot anymore. Now your risk is 5 lots maybe, right? Because your account grew. So you have to keep adjusting every time. And I feel like once you're able to do this consistently, right? Plus you're able to trade with a big account, that's when you reach that point in trading where you can feel comfortable, right? But that doesn't mean that you're the shit. It's just you can feel comfortable with any environment and how it comes to you because one, you're able to adapt quickly. How are you able to adapt quickly? You just went through building a basic, a small account, right? So you're able to adapt as the account grows and whatnot. So the more you're able to basically get that practice in, the more you're able to easily, acclimate to any market environment, the easier trading will become. And I mean this, promise you this. This is exactly how it works, right? But the main thing to never forget is do not get cocky. The market will humble you every single fucking time. I'm sorry if it was on live. I just needed to get that out. Every time the market will humble you. Always. That is
Another hurdle too, that a lot of people don't talk about is the climate. When you start a small account, the climate that the market is in has a lot to do with like whether or not your strategy is going to work, like swing trading during certain periods of the market doesn't work. And so not only changing your risk management, but also knowing when your strategy is not going to work due to the price action. So um, just something to remember. So if you guys, we got about 15 minutes here to the bell. I did want to call out, yesterday I took a net call and I cut it for green, but I did signal a cut. If you still have it, I hope you do cut it or you have, or planning to. I do see a bounce, and this is a potential long entry for net is right around 126, which has me thinking we did swing Facebook puts from the top pretty well. And this one's at 228. If this is going to pull back as I'm thinking it may, Facebook I think net obviously and the Qs will likely pull back. I'm noticing right now that we're getting price target raises on a couple of gas stocks and have been this morning. So I'm curious if we see like energy movement today and maybe see stocks, which a lot of them have been running for what Apple ran for 11 days straight. 11 green days on Apple. That's the first time since like 1997 or something like that. That Apple's had that many green days in a row. So I don't know. In my opinion, and based off the setups that I see, I think that we have a healthy pullback, as in like a daily support testing, for sure. And then there are certain marks like on Tesla. I see Tesla. Obviously, the upside is right at 1108 for the upside, but the downside at 1083 and 1070. Actually, yesterday, if you guys remember, I gave you guys a level to the downside of 1074, and that's exact. We actually bounced at 1073, just a few cents underneath where I was thinking, but that's the same level to watch for to the downside today. If you lose 173, I would venture to guess you'll see 164. pretty easily, which was the second target I gave you, and then maybe even a tap of the gap, which is 1055. And my big account, if I do end up trading, I may end up taking Tesla today. So, all right. So I know you guys had some requests for stocks for me to look at really quick. What were they? Hold on, I'm scrolling up right now. Apple. Okay, so Apple has a gap and has really nice levels actually. So this is pretty cool. So your level to the downside or into that gap obviously is going to be around 1076.40. And then the level that you're retesting in pre-market, right, is the breakout level from yesterday. And that's going to be at 1078. So either we gap fill, bounce, and break to the upside and above yesterday's high at 1079. We've got basically 180 as a psychological number right there. Otherwise, if we do end up pulling back today in any capacity, then I would say a gap fill to 1075.50 and 1075 flat. It's kind of hard. I mean, we had a great day yesterday as far as the daily and 4 hour candle is concerned. But I wouldn't be surprised if we potentially did see um, a pullback. Now, one thing that I don't like for pullbacks is gap downs. So, like with Facebook, we shorted it off of a 5 minute reversal pattern. And if you guys remember what I talk about with rising wedges, it's usually 50% of that pattern, and that's exactly where we're at. So, those of you who are in Facebook, I want to urge you to take profit if you're happy with the gains, because I mean it'll probably be up around 20 to 25%, maybe even a little bit more if you took weeklies, God forbid. Those will be those will also be up, and I would definitely urge you to take profit. If you take profit and the gap does fill, then you can look for a rejection, or you can look for a long entry above that 271 level. So, but I just don't think after this many green days that we're gonna just shred it again, personally. So,
Right.
what are you thinking for today, man?
So I think we're gonna either chop, dude, or we're gonna see some selling into 455.
Okay.
But I don't know, man. I didn't get to trade gold this morning because I couldn't get a read, so I decided before I get squeezed by gold and GDP and all that shit, I just stayed cash. Hold on. Russian negotiator Medinsky says Ukraine has stated willingness to meet core Russian demands. Okay,
It's,
that's bad for Ukraine, but good for I guess the world.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, have Ukraine demilitarizes? I said that right. Sorry, this is not my first language.
Demilitarizing. It's fine.
Yeah,
It's not mine either.
that's gonna be interesting indeed.
I just speak that Google Gaga. You said
I
Q.
just not be good for the world because the war would end.
Yeah, that was the main thing there.
Yeah.
Uh,
So then again, all it's gonna show is that you can basically do whatever you want, invade whoever you want, and then just get away with it. You think the sanctions are gonna do anything? They're gonna just trade with China, like they always have.
I mean, he met with France just to see if they would pay for oil in rubles.
Rubles,
Rubles.
Roblox, in Roblox.
Oh man, that'd be lit. V-Bucks. That'd be funny.
By the way, does anybody here work for Carrier that can possibly give me a better price? I literally called him direct, and this is the second time me and him argue. And I literally told him, like, just go for something. Like, I'm gonna call your boss and get a new rec because you don't know what you're doing. Because seriously, I don't know what's going on with these prices, man.
So
Insane, bro.
QCon gap down. Okay.
Sure, Carrier.
The levels below you to bounce if you do continue to fall, right? Because if you gap fill first and then reject, that will lead me to believe that we're gonna have that red day. If we go down first, I would say red to green and we would bounce. But regardless, that level to the downside is a strong level at 153.74, excuse me. That's going to be big. That and 158 even. It's going to be tough to trade through. I wouldn't be taking entries until you break these levels or move or bounce off of them. Otherwise, the setup on QCOM, as it is bullish, yesterday this that's an ugly candle. Yesterday we had a full engulfment. This is kind of where you would want to recover and push and hold at least a minimum of 164 to stay bullish here. If you pull back, like I said, you could wick here and then make like a little doji on QCOM for the day. So and I think what Manny said about chop or downside, and that's kind of where I'm at with things too. So we could just simply chop and chop trade up and finish that way, and it almost be untradeable. But QCOM still holding that bullish setup. It's at the 50% mark of yesterday. So you would want to hold, or finish above this. Roku, the Doge. So when you broke out, you didn't retest. So that's a possibility. Anywhere below 137.30, I would venture to guess you could and more than likely would see a pullback. You had a rising wedge on this one as well. You have a small gap to fill up at 137.50. And then the levels underneath you are a hard, really strong level at 134.35. And then below that at the 136 and 130, or excuse me, 132.60 and 131.50. And of course the gap down there. So
Yo, I really just stuck Mr. Rich to the plans.
what'd you say?
He's like, can you snag me those plans? Oh, here you go.
Didn't Bitcoin pull back hard or
Oh,
something? No.
I haven't seen that. No, I'm saying I haven't seen it. I don't trade that thing.
Bitcoin's still holding its high. It's kind of making a rounded top though. Yeah, look at it. Look what happened when it did this last time. It curled right back to.
You just think like the 200-day or something on a bigger scale. So let's see. I mean, dude, it's just crazy, man. Because the more that Bitcoin, for example, keeps coming down and then finding a bid and then rising back up, right? And it's only like what, like a 7, 8, 9K move. So you know that most of crypto investors put like $1,000, right? And they're trying to double it, but how are they going to double it with a 9K move? And then that's when they get trapped, and then they go negative and they lose their money. The more that this keeps happening, in my opinion, the more euphoria is going to keep driving. So when the day that crypto decides to give a hard pullback, right? That's when we're going to see a bunch of people get live. Because, dude, it's if you think that option markets are euphoric, you have not seen these guys trading Bitcoin. These guys are on a whole other type of opium, and the good kind, not the bad kind. Shit. Okay, BP has been trading oil. Like, what the fuck? I don't even know how to trade oil, man. Alice doesn't teach me. What up? Hello, guy who won't teach me about oil.
Um, real quick, guys, we got 4 minutes. As far as SQ did not pull back a lot. The resistance above you is 151. I'll set an alert on that one just because I actually find it didn't pull back, or it didn't pull back that badly. If it does pull back, watch for a bounce off 10 or 144.34. So
Look, BT, you gotta get one of these. You too, Atlas, if you like doing that shit. What is that?
damn, that Disney. Small accounts, keep your eyes peeled on Disney. Below 141.10. if the market is pulling back. All right.
Gamma's hosted.
Positive, yeah, 20.9. I think same thing we read yesterday.
No, it stayed flat.
Yeah, pretty much. Remember, the market literally went up and down, so the market stayed flat.
I know. I just thought people would close down, so their premiums wouldn't get burned. I guess not.
No, we have expiration tomorrow and Friday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I wrote it on my analysis thing. We could possibly see 50% of that gamma get smacked.
Real,
I think we're gonna get a pullback today.
Let's see.
So real quick, those of you asking about a quick SPY analysis, bounce 1059.58. Gap fill obviously 1061.50, long 1062.30. Target upside 260 through 263.70. But if we do not bounce and we do fill the gap and reject, I have a downside target for SPY 258.17. If we break that two, which I don't know if we will, there's a possibility to chop today and to bounce back up and hit 462. But there's that gap to fill at 450, basically 456 and 455.92. So I would be personally watching for this key level right here between 159 and 157.50 to get lost. So we're closing up the gap here going into the bell, which is not the worst. Best not to have a gap to the upside. Smaller the gap, the more likely we can reject. So, all right.
Peace.
I've been losing. I got tonsil or vocal cord losing my voice-itis. I don't know what's wrong. I got allergies, and then it's turned into I've lost my voice. Who dat?
A lot of names have like a little bull flag on the hourly. You guys saying that shit?
Yep. Have a plan. Entry.
Yeah, but it's a clean bull flag.
No, it's not
kind of just. It's like trash, right?
Yeah, it's not king at all. I agree. But let's see. I mean, let's see if Apple pushes another quarter. Jesus, another session.
Yeah, the whole quarter, maybe.
Yeah, dude, I was like, fuck, man. What the fuck did I just say? Yo, but yeah, I'm not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna trade the Nasdaq or anything. I don't even know if I want to trade today, man. I can't get a read on gold. It's like stuck in this
All right,
weird range on the market token.
Sheesh. Hood with the dump. Hood dumpo.
Booga booga.
Facebook dump. It didn't gap fill yet. Please do that first. Good bounce on hood right at that level that I told you guys. That 15.20. We need to hold that, or we're doomed.
Yo, let me change my fucking size, bro. The Nasdaq, I think it's the 1.0. No. That's too much.
That's right. Hold on. Look at net fall.
MODV, Motive Care awarded ISO 27001 security certification. That's Michael Oscar Delta Victor.
Yo, Facebook pulling back nice right here. I may add under or past my bounce level 277.50. For Facebook, you could trade the weeklies, but you know the deal. It's better to be safe. So
That's my here. Small position. Keep size in there, so
225 puts for this week if you're gonna add below that mark that I gave you. Sheesh, Hood. Why you do this? Tesla is looking short here.
It's rejecting that little trend line.
Block is at its pivot right now. It needs to lose 1450, and that'll continue to the downside, I'm sure. Gold and silver being shorted by states and banks. We're going to lose our reserve currency, and metals are going to explode. haven't added
Oh.
anything. We're gap filling now.
More people wanting the demise of the dollar. So funny. Nobody understands what that would do to the world, but okay.
Yeah, I don't think people
Yeah,
are
they're
different.
it's like, no, the dollar. Okay, that's fine.
You, dude, it's crazy because people who have never lived in a country where their country is not.
Exactly. The little people that want the dollar.
Yeah,
Come on, Facebook. You know you want to fall. Just do it. Everybody's doing it. It's the coolest.
The Dow is ripping. Probably pretty strong. Which points to it's going to fade out in like 15 minutes.
To interview at Benzinger's EV list maker at 11:35 a.m. Eastern Time. That's Michael Sandy, Foxtrot Tango.
Michael Sandy, so Charlie.
Island. Bouncing off support, Microsoft above 315.74. If we do trend up, Facebook is holding this pivot. Bounced off its 500 HMA and bounced off that 227.77, that 227.75, like we talked about. Perfect bounce. But it's the first 5-minute candle. We're gonna let the day set up so we can trade it.
guys, I still have some CERN. If you still held it, trim some. We're still sitting in range. I'm gonna trim some and just re-enter and see a good dip. We'll get some good dips today. I just closed out of 2,000 shares. STRN. Just gonna secure some profit.
Holy shit, that's you.
PVH says North American businesses remain challenged. They're not expected to return 2019 pre-pandemic levels in 2022. That's Papa Victor Hotel.
Wow, what a slow opening. Things are still at a doji for 5 minutes. Wow.
I want to leave.
Volume.
I want to leave already, dude.
Yeah, I want to leave already, dude. It's only been 5 minutes. I want to leave. Oh, man. How many opens have we seen already, dude? That we know just by the first 5-minute candle if it's going to be worth it or not.
It's been a lot.
All right, guys. Green on SPY flex.
I like NVIDIA. NVIDIA's moving really strong.
Yeah, we got a perfect gap fill on Microsoft, and I want to short it.
Yeah, Apple doesn't.
I'm taking a 225 put for this week. Please don't buy this. I'm still holding my put if we break that level still. So Disney is popping up.
Seriously? Oh, that's why the Dow is moving then.
Yeah, 225 puts.
Coming up at 10:30, food and gasoline.
Yeah, I'm going to be shocked if we just continue building today.
Yeah, if we do, it'll be shots too. MRK.
Factor is not one.
Merck is ripping. Shit, that's too late.
Resume deliveries, but the rate at which deliveries continue. That's Alpha Echo Romeo and Bravo Alpha.
Merck would have to break 82s. Yeah, Oxy is ripping right now. Just made.
Aircraft now off the lows following their.
Why EVs are ripping right now?
Down 10.5%. Aircraft shares of Boeing now down about 1% at 190.
Oh, fuck you, Bubba.
For the
Bubba.
Alpha BA.
Let's go.
Right off support.
I like the Dow if it can go lower.
Ukraine
But
Defense Ministry spokesperson
Like a
said
mess.
forces
Hold on.
preparing to resume offensive operations.
Russian forces are beginning to prepare offensive operations again.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm already going to probably rip after that.
Right. I'm still holding my Facebook puts. Wait, I have an XPV call. Why is it green?
This EV's running.
Yeah, I have a green one. Oh shit.
Yeah, AVs are running, especially Expo. It's definitely nice moving up.
Yeah, it's $29 call. I didn't even realize it. Come on, do something cool, Facebook. Do a kickflip. Yeah, if we don't make a move here in the next 15 minutes, I gotta go. I'm not doing that.
Do what you want to do with your bets.
I don't even know what our greed.
22%.
Tesla. That looks short. Still simping fofos. I not often. That's his name. Still simping fofos. That's a playoff. Oh, that's it. Yeah, it's a playoff of tipping on fofos. Get it together, Atlas. I'll send you back to the gulag to study up on social terms.
Ukraine Defense Ministry spokesperson says Russia's main efforts are focused on encircling Ukrainian troops in the east.
You guys are trying some spy.
Why, bro?
Why not, bro?
You're gonna regret that.
What?
You're gonna regret that.
I didn't cut the whole position.
That trim though.
Do it.
I'm just playing, guys. I'm not. I'm not embarrassed. I have the mask on.
Damn.
He's like, we're going to 0 today.
Damn, is the EV market holding us up right now? Like, what the hell's going on?
Dude, X-Fabs, no, like, bro.
I'm up 56%. I didn't even know that I had this.
Those are the best when you open your account, you realize, oh, wait, I have these things. It's like months old.
Money? I'm just kidding.
I played earnings. That's what that's what this is from. Like we're waiting on a hot headline. Yes, Zevo. Listen to your gut. Not every time though. I've seen some of your TikToks. I'm just kidding. Zevo is an influencer, you know. Yeah. Chewy is gonna get chewed on. People are asking about Chewy. Bob, I swear to God. Yo, Baba looks like it actually might be going for a crate. Look at Baba's I mean you can look at my chart actually.
Bro, X-Fab's not playing around.
Yeah, dude, we're ripping. I'm up. Did I post? Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is struggling. No, you're fine. I was just gonna say everything is struggling big time. We gap filled and we are dead.
EOS. It's Neo and X-Fab. It's Chinese EVs. Solo's garbage, but it's not struggling. It's terrible.
I hate, dude. Their cars are so ugly, bro.
They're disgusting. But the only thing use like small metropolitan area or like metropolitan
Change was crust.
but they're hideous. The ride is recovering really strong too.
You can't take the XPVE because it's almost near 30. You take it past 30. God damn, dude. Fuck you, Bob. Sorry, my language. If Baba was a person,
What? What? What would you do to it?
I can't.
I feel like I just got free money. That's awesome. Thanks, XBV. I feel like I should take profit. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Thanks. Cool.
Who's holding the Q's bids at 369?
I don't know, but I'm about to add to my Facebook.
And shares. Who is this ape?
I'm gonna add a put, I think. Yeah, we might retest, but come on, dumb market. Do something. Just want direction.
Nvidia is trying to go down, and Facebook is actually trying to diverge. So that plus Neo and XPV, pretty sure that's the reason why the Nasdaq doesn't just die completely.
So let's see when they reject, do we flush?
Because Nasdaq needs to bounce at pre-market low, not before. The magnet is always pre-market low.
I bought one contract for $60 on Hood yesterday. And I'm watching it right now. If it loses 14.75, then you should that's the 50% mark.
Yo, news just came out that Russia's still trying to take other cities, and the Q's just fucking picked up.
Well, that we just said that Ukraine Defense Ministry spokesman said Russian forces are preparing to resume offensive operations, and then they said their main efforts are focusing on encircling Ukrainian troops in the east of Ukraine. Oh damn! A firm is ripping. Watch it at 50. Polly,
Yeah.
you remember that level I get? You're right there, 50.63. You've been in this for a minute, yeah? We've been holding this. You've been holding this, excuse me, for yeah, man. You've been doing great on this thing. Definitely a good time with the setup that is given to trim some profits for sure. I'm not sure what your strats here, but you're getting close to a main support level. So 50 is big. I don't want to
In the first 15-minute close. And I think it's gonna be a doji.
We're just watching, looking for direction, y'all. I don't like you, Baba, but I'll play you to the upside, I guess. Damn. A Neo.
Bro, XPAD. That's 30 now.
Neo's got a huge inverse head and shoulders. Well, no, it does. Yeah, wow, look at that. Hot damn. $25 calls. What are we running up on right now? What is the
Russia's still invading Ukraine, so the market rips. SPY wants to go for low day.
Tesla rivals? Neo takes down what's moving Hong Kong markets today. Alibaba led a 60 million funding round for Neo-backed augmented reality glasses maker Nreal. Neo has reportedly delayed the launch of its ES7 electric sports utility vehicle by a month due to a spike in COVID. Troubled property developer Evergrande said its shares will remain suspended from trading on the stock until further notice. Shares of Chinese companies closed higher in U.S. trading on Tuesday. I'm still short on Facebook, guys. I'm just chilling. Hood dumpy. Just play it down if you're in it up.
Nvidia is going for lows. Tesla's still in range. Facebook is trying. It's rejecting that trend line still.
Yeah, it looks more short, and if anything, if we can lose 228, 40, I think.
Buy low of day. Need the Nasdaq to push lows. The Dow is completely doing the opposite of everything.
Oh, UNH did get a price upgrade. That's probably why they're moving like that. Bob was consolidated really tightly up against resistance. UNH. Rolly plays that one a lot.
TSLA seeing some call activity in Tesla now.
Shit.
Shares getting a little pop here on Tesla, TSLA.
Psychopathic price action.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, I'm already like, yeah, I'm in a swing, and yeah, nah, I'm not. I'm not
Look at the Nasdaq. Like look at that shit. That shit's just went from off lows to building.
I mean, look how well we did yesterday, everybody.
Tesla share now 1,096.62 against seeing
Stop pumping stuff, Charlie.
call activity
Charlie's pumping, dude.
in Tesla, TSLA.
Mark Zuckerberg personally attacks Putin. How about that headline? That'd probably be pretty bullish. Yeah, $1,500 calls for June 17th. Can we get like a expiration, like a year, 425? Wait, no, that's not it. That's weird. It doesn't say the expiration.
DO, Diamond Offshore resuming trade.
Guys, I'm hands off right now.
Stock exchange today.
There's no reason. I don't see. I'm not seeing anything to add to you. I still think Facebook's going to doji here in reverse, but if it doesn't, I got 3 bottles of Sweet Babies and Rays in my pantry. Oh my god, UNH.
ECK.
Whatever I have to get Facebook to move.
What?
FLS.
I'll call Zuck.
Shares getting a pop.
think,
Closer.
Keep an eye on gold. I think gold's gonna take off pretty soon.
REBB shares resuming trade now. We don't have to go Victor Bravo.
You big.
Shares hitting 70 cents at low.
All right, well, guys,
6% after the company announced its primary endpoint
We
was
got
not met.
39 minutes until these candles close. I may not take a trade until the first hour candle closes. Here's the thing. Yeah, we've made.
Victor Bravo REBB.
Has anybody seen the Dow? The Dow is ripping, dude.
Is Disney still going?
Must be. That thing just
Uh-oh.
put on almost 100-point candle.
No, Disney's diverging now.
Oh, it's probably because of SPY. That old piece of crap.
Remember, guys, not every day you're not going to have every setup in the world. You may not have had a plan for something, so you can't take it. You may not have the size for it. Don't get frustrated. If you had a good week, have perspective. This is a good time to have perspective. So be patient. Patience pays. High probability setups, those are the ones that you take. And you have to ask yourself, do you see them right now? I don't see any. There's a firm at 51. Damn. Polly, come pick me up in the Lambo, dude. Damn. That okay, this is my pivot point, so or my R2, so I would say here is a good stop. Damn, what a rip. Did we get news on a firm or something? That's why we took Hood yesterday. I'm still short. Oh, you know what this is? Morgan Stanley maintains overweight on a firm and lowered the price target, but the price target got lowered to 80. Mhm. Put some ranch on it. Justin, what's up, dude? Baba, do it. Oh, sorry. Jeez, felt like a tick. Oh, yo, Benzinga's putting out dumb articles right now, so nothing is happening for sure. Trending tickers. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I'll go get the Sweet Baby Ray's right. I'm not gonna lie, Sweet Baby Ray's no sugar. It's one of the yes, it is one of the best barbecue sauces. What are you thinking on AMD, boss? Yeah, I'm making my own. Same. I always mess with it. I never cook the same meal the same way ever. Like
You know you like cooking.
I have a problem. Yeah, I do enjoy cooking. I just like to mess with stuff. Yes, Facebook, please exit. That's the death of Amazon. When you look into it,
Yeah, it's absolutely. It's just spies. Just look at spies chart.
why does the market feel weird right now? I don't know. This feels weird to me. Like right now, I'm starting to feel a little bit like weird. Facebook's short as hell, guys. If you want to add, you can. This 5 minute candle needs to cross 228. I'm still holding my put. Yeah. Josh, what do you mean? What are you looking at? In the Discord, should be a bunch of education and stuff like that, man. That's weird. Yo, XPVE is still pushing up. Holy hell. Wait for a retest of 3018 potentially. It could go tap 3075 and then pull back. Damn, dude.
I've been watching it just rip, and I'm like,
No, I don't think it's a good idea to enter. I still don't think it's a good idea to enter, though. I feel like we're one article away right now. Either.
yeah,
Department of Defense delays cloud computing contract with Amazon.
oh yeah, there you go. Fucking pull back.
A few days, maybe.
I think this is a
Agreement
No.
for your deal,
um
according to Russian affiliated news agency RIA, cited by Reuters. Two OPEC sources at the JTC meeting say the group is likely to stick to existing deal on Thursday. That's from Reuters. That's the Joint Technical Committee.
I don't see where this is what the date is on this, but Beke is Beke. Yeah, guys, I'm in Facebook to the downside, and that's it, and I'm chilling right now.
Thanks.
What about a 10-day suppression, dude?
I mean, dude, like it's insane.
Insane.
Like legit, they're just destroying premiums now.
Yeah, it's insane.
Dude, this is gonna be a news-filled day. I can already tell.
Facebook. Sorry.
The amount of headlines that I keep getting through my phone, like, is pretty insane. And all it is oil, or China. That's all it is. Literally,
Yeah.
just 3 separate topics, and that's all I'm getting through my feeds.
Yeah, same thing.
News,
I just,
and I feel like when that starts happening, like the whole day, like that.
yeah. No, I feel you. Same thing with me.
It's annoying, dude.
Activity.
Because then you can't really trade the price action; you can trade the news.
And even then, you're not gonna have the money.
Jesus.
Well, exactly. Because you saw it, dude, the other day, like yesterday, some negative news came out. The news ripped.
How are the fuck? How are EVs ripping like this? It's crazy. I'm not taking it still, but Facebook. I might add one right here. Just keep yelling at it. Russia reports Russian deputy foreign minister said it will take a few days, maybe weeks, to reach agreement on nuclear deal. RIA is a Russian state-funded news organization widely seen as propaganda.
Did not know his military was losing conscripts in the Ukraine. Putin's to tell the truth about sanctions effect on Russian economy. That coming from a U.S. official.
Let me extend you.
Dude, VIX is straight on the decline, dude.
That means it's gonna rip. It's gonna reverse.
FTCH.
It's gonna bounce.
$20 calls active now. Foxtrot Tango Charlie Hotel.
I said goodbye.
FTCH.
Yeah, it's just fucking nuts. Dude.
This is nuts. Oh. Yeah, she's probably scared. I mean, what is she's choked? I might weld something together and fix that gate.
I think I have a drug with that.
A metal cutter. I have a.
But we have to buff it out.
Okay. There goes Disney. Fuck. Disney's got 143.80. Facebook.
BA Boeing debuts high throughput small satellite production facility. Bravo Alpha BA.
Boring, that was moving.
They just unveiled some type of production facility. Yeah, I know it's lame that I'm not taking Neo or XPV, guys, but when it's too close to resistance, I'm basically just setting myself up for like a very small amount of profit and to make a bad decision. So I'd rather catch something in its entirety than chase a green candle. We don't chase. $31 though is XPVs. I don't like saying that. NEGG.
TLRY Tour Racing, some repeat activity on.
Yo, check out X. Yeah, Newegg is going actually. Hold on a second. NEGG. That one has.
It's about to hit up against the wall from the squeeze a couple days ago.
It's got a gap fill to 35.60. Oh, no, right. Fuck. It's the wrong one. Yeah, I had wrong company. $8 calls. Are we squeezing? I hate Baba so bad. There goes Baba building to the upside here. Let's see what it does. Looks really ugly though.
Everything's waking. Everything's messy.
All I have is Facebook puts.
All I have is a pretty heavy Nasdaq.
GG Newegg spiking to the
I'm also long on gold. Gold is going to 1940 today.
What is Hood doing? Did it reverse yet? Nope. Game flying right now? Bruh. That is 1 5-minute candle from 171 to 173. Like, I respect your excitement, but it's not quite yet a rip, my friend.
I think I might just stop my Nasdaq position, dude. Like this tape on the Qs is so messy.
Wait, I'm by the way. I want to log in.
Propped up by literally like 1,000 shares. Can you believe 1,000 shares can hold the ETF like the Nasdaq?
Yeah.
You know,
Crazy, dude. It's insane. It's pissing me off.
All right, well let me do some charting here for people. What are you guys watching? What can I look at? Look for some setups. I'm in Facebook and we're dumping. Not yet, but look at me. I just told that guy game wasn't dumping, and then I'm looking at a 5 8 our game wasn't ripping. Hood for sure.
I wonder if they have game here.
Doji, watch it above 1510 and 15, the same level that I gave you. So actually look at the 15 minutes. The 15 minutes is going to give you a good indication of where we go from here. If we do lose, if you step back out on Hood, you go look at this hourly candle, 50%, right? 50% mark of that. If you lose 1440, that's bearish, and I would look for Hood to continue to the downside. Otherwise, if you look at that 15-minute and we utilize this doji for a reversal and maybe game AMC and other the others, possibly
President Biden.
Neo does have an inverse head and shoulders. It does. There's no question about it. It's just a matter of when can you take it without getting burned. Because the fact of the matter is the market looks like it doesn't have much direction. And you have individual runners, but once they lose steam, I'm not sure, like they're gonna pull back, so Facebook, there it is. Hold up, everybody, go stab a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's. I'm shake.
Also,
Throw it out the window.
LTHM, ALL.
That was a good ad. If you added, Newegg is still moving, my friend. Are you taking that? Are you playing it, or Alice?
no, I did not get in. Sorry, I zoned out there for a second. No, I didn't get it.
Oh man.
How could you?
Oh, to your death. Nobody really cares about you anymore. COVID's over.
Yeah, Facebook. Listen,
Who cares about tech stocks anymore?
Facebook is just recycled memes from TikTok. All right,
Value is the new tech.
Are we just starting to roast these stocks as they fall, just to add to the momentum? Is this a strategy?
This is the new strategy. Value is the new tech.
Go Facebook, go!
Yes to the Dow. Then that. Tells you what day it is. Just look at the stock.
Facebook is worse than MySpace. Still has that cool element, because it stopped when.
Dude.
Hold on, no, but listen, it stopped when it should have. Facebook pushed it.
Listen,
When you ask your friend to leave and they just and then they keep talking, and then it's 30 minutes later, and you're like, all right, looks like and it just keeps going. That's what Facebook. That's what Facebook did. Is they took a good, decent thing, maybe cool, and they just made it suck really bad. And then
Later.
I was just gonna say that they just handed it over to the Gov. There's the single-handed, like one of the single best things for the NSA. When am I gonna go?
Yes, Nasdaq. Fall to your other device.
When am I gonna? Personally, I am gonna hold Facebook.
Hold on.
226.50 probably is my next
Come on.
target.
Come on, 369. Who is prompting these bids, bro? Oh my lord. I've never hated an algorithm so much in my life.
Sorry, it's
Go
going. BA looks like it wants to push. Potter, what is your ducking Discord? I'm coming in hot.
I love that.
I love that. Oh shit! Everybody get the landing pad ready there. This is just gonna come hurtling through the door. If the link's in the bio, fam. Is Zuck on Epstein's
I
list?
energy that we like around here.
Hell yeah, dude.
Me, Sled. I do like Amazon short here.
Hey, yo, that swing was damn near an assassination. Straight up.
There's that giant engulfing reversal on the cues.
What is it dumping now?
Dude, I don't know what keeps holding these bids, man. It makes it like you looking at level 2 Atlas, it makes no sense.
If you,
Because it's 1,000 share blocks. That's not enough to hold the Nasdaq.
if you held or you added weeklies where I would mentioned on Facebook, you start trimming here. Then we look for another leg down.
It just needs to lose 369 to possibly head into that 368.50, which would be pre-market low. The Dow is pulling back hard, and SPY is at its pivot point at 460. So it's just is the Q's going to follow, or are we just going to stay right here?
Dude, I'm a proud bear right now. I swung Facebook puts, dude, in an uptrend. That's bearish.
Gold is
Always, dude. Always be a bear.
look at that.
What is this?
What?
Dude, look at
All I hear is look at this. Just look at it. It reminds me of that video.
look at that. Look at that engulfment, bro. Just by how that candle opened, I knew it was going to engulf.
Qs are gonna give me an ulcer. That's not good.
Insane, man. Insanity.
SQ below. Wait, did Tesla do it?
Yeah, Tesla's ripping.
Holy shit! What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm out of my Nasdaq short. Tesla can carry this thing. I'm not gonna get started.
F and F, bro.
For no reason.
Did it get news?
Not that kind of news.
I bet you it gets it.
They get option flow. But like someone takes I'm not out of my puts. Someone takes a fucking call for a year out for $1,500 and it spurs buyers to buy. Like that's a dude, like you're not gonna get there today. You know, like you don't have to like I don't know. I just don't feel like that's enough. That's the only thing I've heard.
If somebody's buying, especially if it's not millions of dollars, if you're buying millions, like we're talking about, if you're buying $10 million,
Yeah.
$30 million.
Maybe this is Kathy. You know, maybe she's just going. Maybe she just took the whole account and put it in.
I mean,
Hearing Tesla has an undisclosed deal long-term nickel supply with Vail. Damn.
No, it's not that. That came out earlier.
What did Vail do though? Did they go into the stratosphere? No, but the gap. That's all. That's it. That's all you get.
the gap.
Yeah, they gapped up and then they fell.
Yeah. Pretty sure.
Got it. Okay.
Let me look.
Pele.
Yeah, bro. It's 4.7 billion.
I called Alcola the wrong name for 2 years straight. I used to call it Alacola. When I was, yeah.
Every time I hear it, I just think of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
I'm not an alcoholic. I've not been.
All right, get off your chest, man.
They're not interested. No judge zone.
Maybe a little judgy. I'm just kidding. You can stay though.
Iran-related sanctions that from the U.S. Treasury website.
It was 12 steps. One at a time, baby. One at a time.
Hey, yo. There's no way you could even drink that without, yeah. Ugh. Her comedy, though. Where's she at? Is she gone?
Bro, this I'm about to.
If you see my gold position, Atlas, you would have closed it a while ago. It's fluctuating plus 800 to minus 2000.
Oh my god.
Yo, Costco. What the hell? I think 600 is inevitable for Costco. Personally, what's the cost? Look for price target raises on that. You said what's a gee, not sure if it's my hangover, but my screen needs adjusting. You got it. There you go. Fixed.
Look at the cues.
What are you doing?
What the hell happened to Tesla,
I
bro?
don't know. Should I just put everything in there? What's going on? Are they saving? Is Tesla deploying troops? Oh, the queues are fucking ripping now.
Yeah, you're telling me?
Watch 371 on the queues. Holy hell. If you're in Facebook, guys, maybe use just
I'm out.
look at her, look at Hood curling back up. I'm Pal and I want a bull market.
Pal.
I know we pumped the market and then exited our positions and called them immoral. Shut up. Pal getting, yeah, check SQ. Oh, good bounce. Good retest bounce.
So now the Nasdaq woke up. So did the S&P. But mind you, the Dow's free falling.
Above 229, I will cut Facebook. That's my stop for the whole position because I'll be done. I opened a lot more contracts over.
For a potential retest. Hold on. Because that candle was pretty strong on the 3 minutes. So I'm gonna watch 370. If 370 holds, I'm gonna buy.
I'm not out of Facebook yet. That's a 5-minute candle, y'all. Yeah, we're good. I stick to my stop losses for a reason. So expiration next week. You're taking a bet. It hasn't done anything yet.
Yeah.
What time did you send
Be
that?
careful.
Earlier in the morning.
What time early in the morning, you know?
Circuit breaker, golf lead on.
Yo,
In the morning.
hey, LAC is ripping.
Seeing is that everybody is pumping Tesla based on that news, bro.
That's stupid.
There's no way.
That came out earlier, dude.
Like I literally just went digging around through Twitter and like looking at trends, and that's the trend for why Tesla's pumping into bad news.
You know what's funny is Kathy Wood sold another 57 million in Tesla and raised stake in a Chinese rival. She bought BYDDY. Yeah,
Oh my god, Kathy.
I know, dude. She's wild.
Christ, dude, how the
She's a penny.
podium was running.
Kathy bought an OTC?
Yeah.
Oh, Kathy want to be Zach Morris so bad. Kathy want to be Zach Morris.
Dollars.
No. I mean, I will say, for an OTC ticker, it trades at a pretty high valuation.
Almost 4%.
She's probably expecting him to transition to the Nasdaq.
I guess. Maybe they want to list. Look at the way it charts, man. Garrett.
Kathy Morris.
Stupid. XRP creator and Greenpeace want to change Bitcoin's code with. How's that have to do with Tesla? Tesla made.
Bro, Benzinga tags everything to Tesla.
They do this. Well, I totally agree. You just have to pick through the shit. Yeah. Oh no, if they don't have anything to post, like I've seen one about like somebody's DMT experience. I'm like,
Tag Tesla.
what are you doing? Like, what are you next? You're gonna like give people the instructions to like grow mushrooms and stuff. Like, what do you guys? And they will post anything. I've seen some really interesting articles. The psychedelic sector articles are too much sometimes. I talked to Fang, by the way. He's gonna start. He's good. He's gonna start writing some cannabis and psychedelic newsletters for us soon, possibly. Yeah, yeah. He is literally. I told him I was like, you're assassin. You're an assassin, and you just can't tell me, right? Because he was like, yeah, I'm the horticultural specialist for the UN embassy, and I was like, you kill people. But if you
Specialist for the UN?
yeah, dude, I don't know what. No, for the UN, for like the United Nations like yeah, for like yeah, not the assembly, but I don't know. He was like,
Fang, our SEC agent.
I think so. He left though. We were good. We passed. No, Fang is an actual.
A bunch of apes. Don't worry about them.
Yeah. He's a really good friend of mine. One of my best friends from way back in the day, and he started trading with us about a year ago. Caught on really quickly, and he's an extremely knowledgeable. Obviously, he's literally working for the UN, but plants, cannabis, psychedelics, and then digging into companies, to see whether they're bullshit. He was really good at that. So, a link with him. He's going to be in here. Oh, you need a link with him. He might assassinate me.
Fuck. I'm so fucked.
Oh, God.
Banning state institutions from using foreign software in critical
There you guys.
infrastructure beginning on
Hey, hold on.
in 2025.
Hey, hold on, Atlas. Can you hear him,
What's his name?
Charlie?
Charlie barely.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna have to turn him up a little bit. He's talking about Putin. They always take like 30 seconds to post the actual article. Though. He's talking about Putin signing a decree about foreign software. As soon as you start signing decrees, dude, you're like Professor Umbridge, and you're just you're a bad person. That's from Harry Potter.
Guys, Astro posted this earlier. Keep your eyes on CYRN again. We traded this before, made money off of it, but somebody's been front loading all of it. So I want to enter this thing on a full and it's
Will Smith slapped Chris Rock, and that's why Tesla's going up.
Race pushing.
I have shares of Tilray.
Headline,
Race pushing.
9%.
Oh, cool. I'll throw some on here, guys. Anybody's huh? Yesterday, I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it. Hold on a second. Shit.
Anybody buy that cube book with me on the Nasdaq? 3070, up like 59 cents on the move.
Benny, if you don't mind, and Dr. Spy asked for it. You get an update on Gamma here in a minute.
Okay. I'm trading 2 instruments at once.
Will you get a minute?
Need a minute. Dude, you have the Excel. Do it.
You never sent it to me.
I don't have any news on weed. No. I have nothing. Dude, they said the vote was the other day, and then you don't hear anything. They just they're worse than stoners. They just disappeared. Yeah, we're gonna have a meeting today.
Really high volume.
Yeah, I know. LAC is ripping, guys. I missed one thing that's super important for me. I know, just joking. Is to Hood to have the catalyst beforehand. If it starts ripping at the bell, guys, that's just where I accept the move as it is and move on. So right here is very well where we can see Facebook reverse. If you want to cut or if you already cut, that's fine. I'm still holding. Again, 229 is where things will reverse and we'll see Facebook move to the upside. The Qs are still at their downtrend and could actually reverse from here underneath 369.74. Snapchat? No. Somebody asked me about Wells Fargo. Yes. It looks terrible. It looks like a Head and Shoulders. Oh shit. All right, guys. I gotta cut it.
I was like, just wait.
Guys, I gotta cut it. I can't hold it. The candle opened up above it, so play is aborted. So if you guys are green on it or if you're just break even on it or whatever the case is, I am getting ready to cut right now.
Highs now, $9.38, 6.5%.
I have not cut yet, but I am about to on this candle close, which is 4 minutes and 15 seconds.
Similar to the state of Florida.
We were correct on our downtrend predictions. I definitely could have TP'd. If you TP'd, great job. If you didn't, and you're cutting with me, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. If we end up cutting right here, we have yet to actually close this candle under. What was that, dude? You sound like a old truck starting. You sick? What'd you say? Roblox entering its gap. It's already closed its gap.
At 10:30.
Oh Lord, dude! I think we might end up.
Bro, I would personally host a pay-per-view fight, me versus the algo that keeps messing with the Nasdaq.
Dude, I have a feeling that it's not over yet, man. I don't know why, but maybe I'm just paranoid. Upside target for the Qs is 372.06, but downside, huh?
Okay. What, Alice?
Somebody posted something and deleted it in the chat.
Oh, you guys know we have that, right?
Let me go see what it was.
We better not have that.
I know who it was.
Hold on, why? Oh, I got it.
Woo back.
It has been dumb.
I just hit my TP, man.
All right, I'm about to.
PTON Peloton, the January 25 calls at the bid, 4,000 contracts on that. That's up at Alaska, November PTON. One minute to crude and gasoline inventories.
A and B looks tempting, but this market is whack. Agreed. Everything is whack right now.
Everything is D-whack.
Yeah, straight up. All right.
Camaro whack.
It's probably it for me on Facebook.
Bro, this price action is really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, price action is enough to make me just want to get out. Come on, NASDAQ. Come on, just a little bit more. 30 more points till you hit. God damn it.
Neo's a perfect inverse head and shoulders. $26 calls look good, but
I don't know. Gold is doing that fluctuation thing again. Yeah, that's their action today.
there goes the Qs.
Oil coming up in 10 seconds.
We know that I move.
Crude, draw of 3.4 million barrels. Gasoline, a build of 785,000. Distillates, a build of 1.4 million. Again, crude, draw of 3.445 million. That's
And I closed out my NASDAQ long. Enjoying my money.
gasoline.
Yeah. Oh no.
A build of 785,000 versus a draw of 1.744 million expected.
VTI, I'm in an unhealthy amount of gold longs.
Of 1.394 million versus a draw of 1.55 million.
Famous last words.
Now, moving very much here. 108.18.
Are you gonna yank it? What did they
Off the
got?
highs.
I cut anything that I added on Facebook. Yeah, my core, no. I have not cut the first. Obviously, I gave you guys the options to do it, but I
RDCO,
cut the
RDCO
weeklies that I added down here, and I trimmed some.
price.
So I was able to get out from profit as it started reversing. I cut them.
Earlier.
So hood could reverse.
Company, now a press release. RGCO and TROW.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, I think we chop now.
Guys, keep sundial on. SNDL.
Baby carrots. Benzinga Pro, the link is in my bio.
Says Fed will make call in May on whether a 50 basis point rate hike is needed based on strength of economy.
Here we go.
Nice.
Here we
Uh,
go.
Roblox looks good over 53. The hourly looks really good, but
Nice accent on that Nasdaq long.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Worse than expected U.S. GDP.
Yeah, it's Barkins, man. Barkins.
What?
You know what's funny? I just
What's up?
these Fed officials want a 50, right? And then when the day comes, we're gonna get a 25.
What a bullshit article.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Can you chart the head and shoulders? That's an inverse head and shoulders on Neo. It's right there.
Hey, we should start a weekly like mental health session, especially with like trading and all, knowing how exhausting it is. And we should call it Papa's Blap.
Papa's
That does not.
that sounds like the opposite of comfort, dude. That sounds like
You just jealous.
BT says sign me up.
It is that headless slap.
I don't want it to be out.
Yo, all right, I'm out. I'm out of Facebook, guys. Totally out.
Hey, we
100%.
got gold BT. Yeah, we gotta get soon. Let's go.
All right, guys. That's it. I had.
Sorry.
There you go.
I'm trading gold.
I am done for probably the day.
President Biden to speak with Zelensky in Ukraine today at 10:45 a.m. Eastern Time.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Manny, if you use the gold spot US dollar for OANDA, it actually shows you when the next set of like financial information is coming out.
Oh, I use the one. I think that's the one I use.
Oh, okay.
No, I use Global Prime.
Oh, okay.
That push on gold was sick, dude. It's gonna go to 1940. Gold is weird. Like trading it is weird because it moves. Obviously it's insanely manipulated. That's the first thing of gold. And secondly, it moves weird. But when it moves, dude, and it's insane because it ticks in literally 20 pips. So if you're in like a $10 per point, and this thing is ticking in 10s or 20s, think about it. It's $200 per tick.
Yo, watch out for DWAC. They did get tomorrow's the last day of March higher. Or wait, which is when Devin Noons and True Social will be fully operational. Update still hasn't used since launch, and it's just shy of 800,000 followers. No Android version yet.
Dude, I my first 100,000 people to sign up, and they did like a text message verification. I still can't log in.
Damn.
Sure, DWAC.
It's been weeks, dude. And I literally sent them an email like, "Yo, if somebody picks my stuff, like I can't log in." And they're like, "Oh no, it shows here that you've logged in, you have access." I was like, "Nope."
Did anybody take profit on Facebook? Obviously, we were right, and I probably could have done with just TPing at my second target, which was the 226.70, and I had 226.50. I figured that it was worth holding for a possibility of gap fill or even just a 224 or 225 tap. But the market reversed on me. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. A little discouraging because we did nail the pullback. and even said that we could see a nice strong bounce once we did, and we did. So Roblox is all curled underneath. It honestly looks really good. It's got an inverse head and shoulders. I would target the 55 area, and if you're going to go any further in strike, you need to go further in expiration. I'm not necessarily like discouraged, but like I don't want to trade, for the rest of the day. My execution, I'm more like frustrated with my own execution in this situation because the weeklies, the reason why I buy them and the reason that I took them was to sweeten the deal, and instead I ended up cutting them for zero, where I could have cut them for pretty decent profit, but that happens. You can't be perfect. Um, how can I train myself to be disappointed rather than mad? Lower your position sizing. Yeah, I would say the firmer the plan, the better the plan that you have, you should and have to detach from that position. Um, and I would say one thing is, like, I mean, it takes practice. I get mad. I mean, I wouldn't try and like hold a, or like be too hard on yourself. I get pissed all the time. I'm pissed right now. I'm pissed that Facebook, reverses, but um and is still in range. But at the end of the day, I'm more disappointed at my execution because that's the reason why I, you know, I could have gotten out scotch free. But now I add it to the book of things to remember, to execute on in the future, as I do usually. But apparently, I needed to brush up. So. But right now, as I see it, Facebook is in range. I feel like Baba's about to potentially either rip into the stratosphere or, given that it's at its resistance, pull back. Facebook or Tesla looks like it's chopping people to pieces right now who took weeklies. Um, but with that, I just get this ball of fire in the
PRFS
chest when I think about cutting.
data bill reporting Ripple set to have
I mean,
takeover interest that's come from your fund.
hedging has saved my ass today. Very happy, even though it's not a great day. That's a great day, though. That is awesome. I retweeted something like that. Your attitude is probably a big thing, right? Don't be short-sighted. Um, Tomorrow's a new day. Recoveries are made all the time, but they're not made by people who are easily defeated. They're going to be made by people who can pick themselves back up and learn a lesson. It is not a sentence. It is simply an opportunity to get better. That is it. You choose the outcome of what you're going to do with that. So but I'm gonna go step off for a minute. If I see anything, I've got a couple of different setups. I will let you guys know. Roblox, I think I would take if the market does continue to trend up. Facebook, not so much. Yeah, not digging that one a ton. Baba just hit 120. RIP. Anybody with puts. All right, guys. I will tag you guys if I decide to hop on. I'm not red or anything for today. I'm pretty much break even on these swings. But everything's light, so I'll be back at Power Hour. Yeah, I will. Sorry, I'm trying to read and talk at the same time. Yeah, I can. Just sold my paper, but maybe I should have bought Facebook puts when I should. Facebook.
Yo, I've been talking to myself. My mic has been muted.
Oh my God, man. 231. Watch Facebook above 231 and 232. All right.
Right.
I'm about to head out. All right, y'all. Peace out. Have a good day.
Take it. Yo, the Cheeto.
Cheeto.
I'm gonna take the small QQQ